Hey. Right, right. No.
So, welcome back to Lonnie's Lore.
Welcome back to Lonnie's Lore. I'm Lonnie. And this is Mike, our co-host slash the man who keeps me in check. Gotta get comfy.
Yeah, we got that beautiful, wonderful sound check. We had to get that on the record. So everybody finally
Every
understands.
time. I'm telling you, it's the feedback because until we started doing podcasts with like actual mics and stuff, I was like, never heard my voice. I think one of the first things I said was like, "Am I this annoying?" And you're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is
It's
you.
like, dang. All right. Well,
Okay, I just gonna fuck
my
myself.
condolences to those around me. My bad.
My bad.
So last week we stopped in and we told you guys about Bill Murray.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then this week we've had a very, 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 very busy week. Me and Mike are like cooked. You guys get an early episode drop today because,
Yeah.
like we said, we record and then upload same day. But this weekend, tomorrow, I am going to Alesso at Red Rocks. Anyways, and then Mike's. I think you're doing solo streaming, right?
Yep. I'm staying here. Thank God.
I know. One of our coworkers is like, "Dang, so like you and Lani go to a lot of concerts, and like she's got another one this weekend." He's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Are you going with her to that?" And he goes, "No, thank God."
Thank God.
I was like, "Okay, well, if you don't want to go, just say that." No, I'm going with Courtney, so we're gonna have a blast. I'm super excited because
Yeah.
last time we went to Martin Garrix together, and that was a blast. And then, yeah, it's just been busy at work. A lot of people, corporate people coming in, stopping in, popping in. Everything's are happening. Things are finally happening.
Yeah.
So all positive things. Me and Mike are a lot of positivity in our lives lately this
Yeah.
season. So it's good. And then but now so I remember I had spoken in the episode before like this last one and the last couple episodes. I was like, guys, there's hang with me because there's some lore coming, but we're waiting for things to finish out. Well, one of them did. So now we can talk about some of this lore because certain people have exited stage right, left, right, whatever,
They're gone.
sideways. They got sucked up, okay? They got abducted by UFOs or something. They're not prevalent anymore, so we're like green light to speak. So upon working, like when I first started, like I don't even now, like I don't have beef with nobody. Um and this particular person didn't start like feeling or acting and moving weird until like towards the end of their um employment around me and Mike. And I'm just kind of like, interesting.
Mm.
But like long story short, this particular person decided that they were going to bring people in and try to what was it called? What's the technical term? Freelance train. Thank you. Freelance train. And like when I was like, hey, like I mean, because like part of
I
we
knew you were gonna talk about this too.
fuck yeah, I'm talking about this shit. Like I said, I'm fucking was waiting. I was waiting. I got some shit to say. Okay, I got some shit to say. So he wanted to do some freelance shit, and I was like, look, okay, so part of working at a gym, we get our memberships for free.
Yep.
We're allowed to bring guests in on our guest pass because we have like the high tier membership, and it's not a big deal. But like when you're gonna be bringing multiple guests in on and just like rotating them, and you're training them in one of the rooms, like that's freelance training. You're not allowed to do that. It says that in our contracts. We're not allowed to freelance train. Now, if you're gonna bring somebody in there, like a family member or whatever, you guys are working out together, sure, like
Totally different.
it
Yeah.
is totally different. But
Yeah.
when you're getting paid out of pocket to bring people in that are not related to you or associated with you in a friend's way like that, and you're training them and they're paying you out of pocket, that's not allowed. Not
Right.
allowed at all. So I knew what he was doing before he did it, because he had told me this one evening. He said, yeah, so I'm going to have some people in here because I'm going to be training them. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, what happened to your gym that you were doing that at before? And he was like, oh, well, the gym is no longer available for me to use for train at. So like, we're kind of like, don't have a gym. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, yeah, so I'm just going to like bring him in here. And I was like, good luck with that. And I didn't say anything because I'm like, people talk all the time. Doesn't mean they're actually going to do it. People talk
Right.
about murdering people. People talk about robbing banks. I know they're not the same thing, but my point is like people talk out their ass all the time.
Sure.
And so, I do not know that number.
Dude, what the fuck? Both of us.
I don't.
Side note, before we even walked in here, I got a random fucking phone call from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Numbers are out there.
Get it. She just got a random phone call.
Houston.
Houston.
Ain't nobody I want to talk to in Houston. Anyways.
Nobody I want to talk to in Houston.
And so.
Yeah, just weird. 7:30, and what time is it now? Yeah, 15 minutes later. Yeah, weird.
It's like 6:30 in like Texas time, depending on what part
No,
of
it's an
Texas you're
hour.
in. Depending on what kind of part of Texas you're in, though,
An hour ahead.
because El Paso is the same time zone as us.
If it's Houston, it's an hour ahead.
It's set. Okay, yeah, valid.
Whatever.
So,
I'm going back and forth at each other. This whole car.
yeah,
ride
literally, we
back.
went to go get Dutch Bros, and he's like, Megan Thee Stallion came on, and I was like, I was like, be quiet, Megan's on. He's like, you be quiet. And I'm like, you be quiet. And he's like, you. And then the Dutch Bro guy comes to hand out our drinks. I'm like, thank you. I was like, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. It's like, they're going to think we're in a DV situation. Where they're fucking brake checking.
Brake checking. The fuck?
God. Anyways, so freelancing's not allowed in the gym. No. Okay, so I let people do what they want to do. I'm like, look, once you do it, then I must say something. But if you're gonna talk about
Sure.
it first, whatever. And so I had told Mike, and because I told him about the conversation that happened. So the next that same day, our closer came in, and I had told her, he's like, hey, so just a reminder. I didn't mention anybody's names or anything like that. I just said, hey, just a reminder that when we bring in guests, members, including us, because we're technically on a membership. I said we're only allowed one guest at a time, and that's it. Like no multiples, nothing like that, and blah blah blah, whatever. Explain the whole policy to her. They just said just a reminder. She's like, okay, cool. And so then I guess I didn't know that he had brought multiple guests in after I had left, and he the next day was trying to do the same thing. And so he kind of like walked in with some guests, and when he was like, I was like, he just like walked in there, didn't scan in, didn't check his guests in, and I was like, hey, excuse, like, are you gonna like scan in and check your guests in? And he was like, dang, Lani, why do you gotta be such a rule follower? Sir, that's policy. You work here. What do you mean rule follower? Like, why are you trying to like? Because I'm responsible for people that walk in this gym when I'm on the clock.
Yep.
So, like, I don't know why you're coming at me sideways like that. Like, what is expected of you. And so he sat there and he, like, acted like he filled out the form. But then I don't know if it went through or not. I didn't see it in the computer, Quinn. So I assume it didn't go through. And I was just, like, confused. So, like, I'm, like, texting my GM. And then, like, the closer that night, same thing happened. And she had told the GM what was happening. So like, I mean, so he got talked to about that. But this particular person had been working here for quite a while, and they had no called, no showed. They had shown up late. They they were already about to get like terminated.
Yep.
Because they were on the final write up.
Mm-hmm.
And so that whole thing about freelancing was the last straw. Well, I guess they had a conversation. My GM called him into the office, and I guess they had a conversation, and like he decided to quit, which was the smart thing to do because he was gonna get fired anyways. But like after he put his notice in, my GM was nice enough to let him work out his 2 weeks, and 'cause legally she doesn't have to. It's a no fault state. Like she can be like, "There's the door, bye,"
Bye.
and so she let him work out his 2 weeks. Well, he didn't check his schedule appropriately, and I had picked up an extra shift because we're training a bunch of new people, and so I was in there supporting the whoever was on schedule, one of our new hires, and he walks in and he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing here on the clock in my uniform with my name badge on behind the counter? It's almost like it's almost like I'm working. Isn't that crazy? Weird.
Crazy concept.
And so I looked at him. I was like, I'm working.
Yep.
Like, bro, what? And he was like, well, aren't I working? I'm like, it's Wednesday, so you're not on the schedule. And he's like, what? And then he looks, he goes, oh, so I just came in here for no reason. I'm like, I don't know why you came in here, bro. I don't know. I don't read minds. I don't pretend to know what the fuck you're thinking any of the times because I have no idea. And then so he copped attitude with me, and I was just like, okay. And he had copped attitude with one of the other new girls who had tried to stop him when he was bringing in freelancing training people. He got attitude with them too. So he's been giving attitude towards everybody recently. And I'm like, all right, bro, like, are you on gear or something? Because like the way you're acting is like you're freaking on gear. And so, long story short, I guess I wasn't here for this part, but like I guess he got into it with my GM because he was trying because he had bought PT and but he didn't work his shift on his last shift. I picked up his last shift. And so I worked it because he claims to my GM that he is starting his new job so he can't work it. And so she was like, "Okay, fine, then I'll find coverage." So I picked up that shift, not a big deal. And then I guess he came in. I know he was in there lifting earlier and because me and Mike were in there lifting whatever. And so, but I don't know, like, he had a guest with him. So I was like, I don't even know how he got into the gym with the guest if he's not even technically employed anymore and doesn't have a membership. So I'm not really sure who let him in. I mean, I have an idea, but um, but I guess he got into my GM and she ended up kicking him out of the gym because he wanted to cop attitude.
Yep.
And so my whole thing is like, oh, because he was like arguing about like how he has PT, but she's like, well, you need to sign up for a membership then because you're no longer employed here. And he was saying how he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to give the store credit.
Yep.
He doesn't want to give the gym the credit. He's like, you're not going to make commission off me.
Yep.
Even though my GM doesn't make commission off
Yeah.
member sales.
Nope.
Management doesn't make commission off membership sales. So like even if he signed up with her, she doesn't see a dime of that.
Right.
That money just goes straight to the gym.
Yep.
So like and I'm like, I told Mike, I was like, he's worked there longer than me. How does he not know that? How does he not know any of this? Like we have members that will buy PT and then they'll decide to cancel their membership and they still have PT on their account. Okay, well then it's gonna expire and then whoever was your trainer is gonna get the full amount. That's how that works.
Yep.
Like you don't use it, you lose it.
Yep.
And I was telling Mike, I was like, if he was a smart guy, he would have been nice and played his cards right. And I bet you anything, my GM would have been nice enough to be like, okay, we'll work something out. But you wanted to cop attitude. And this dude's he's got the world's fucking most small, fragile ego. He's a fucking child. And like, I guess he got offended one time when we were talking, shooting the shit. We were changing in the middle, like, cause we get like 15-minute overlaps between like when somebody takes over somebody else's like relief and stuff. And that 15 minutes is supposed to be like a transitional period where you like kind of like update the person on whatever's been going on. If there's member issues, if someone's coming in, two are coming in, whatever. And so one time we were just kind of like shooting the shit, and because he's built like a 12-year-old, and so I told him that, and I guess he got super offended by it, and I was like, bro, I think I got bigger buys than you. But I guess he got like hella booty tickled by it because the next day he was like talking to other team members about like, I don't know why she came at me like that. Man. I'm like, well, I didn't know his ego was so small and fragile. Am I sorry? No.
Nope.
If the shoe fits, wear it, my guy.
Yep. Yeah, it was just yep. Because
Crazy.
like I was saying telling Lonnie too, it's like this person like I genuinely think that he didn't know because he never paid attention at work anyways.
We had to do like new tour verification. So when we do tour, we had to like we got retrained on them because our new company wants us to do tours a certain way.
Yeah.
And so everyone had it was a mandatory training class. We all had to come in. We all got paid for it, but we had to like test out of it. And when he did his test, he failed so bad that like our GM was like, "Did you even pay attention?" And he was like, "I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention at all." Like that's wild.
Yeah, dude got a straight up 47%. He scored a 36.
I was like, "They give you points for introducing yourself." What?
Yeah. Yep. 6 points off rip just by introducing yourself, and you didn't do it.
That's crazy. So I mean, silver lining, we're getting kind of the old stuff, old junk, old people that don't want to be there
Oh.
and don't take it seriously out, and then we're getting a bunch of new hires that hopefully are people that want to be there and then are willing to take the criticism and kind of stride with it. So I'm
I think
hopeful.
it's a 2 out of the 3 situation because also I don't think I told you that the third person
Hmm.
might not be even starting on time next week because
Oh,
she hasn't responded to the offer letter
oh,
because she didn't like the pay.
oh. That's crazy. So maybe the one uh co of ours that had told you the information about how he felt about her based off the conversation that they had briefly, maybe he's right about the
Yeah,
statements he
because
made.
our GM had said she's not starting on time because she never signed her offer letter
Oh.
and she's not reaching back out to our GM.
Oh, so she's probably not going to then.
Not on time
Ew.
because yeah, T-Fit was saying that she openly admitted that she's still job searching while at the interview.
Hmm. I don't know if I want someone like that
I don't. Fuck no.
working with
I
us
think
because it's like I feel like that is a telltale sign that like if you don't want to sign the offer letter because you're always looking for the next opportunity, that means that even if we onboard you as soon as and I get it, it's a numbers game, like you got to go where the money is, I get it, but at
yeah.
the same time, like I'm so tired of turning over front desk people that we need people that actually want to be there that are gonna stay. I'm not. I'm sorry,
Yep. No, I
but like I'm
agree.
so tired of training people that are deciding to like either they have three jobs and they realize that having a third job, like two jobs already, and then having a third job is too much, or they are like don't want to be there and it's a stepping stone until they find something better.
Yeah, that was laughable.
Like I'm so over
It
this
was
whole like
fucking
monotonous
laughable.
training crap because it's
Sure.
like,
Sure.
and it's
Yeah.
not even like that's what I'm saying though. It's like it's not even a hard job, and it's not. I enjoy what we do. I think it's a fun place to work. I like it, so that's why it's not even like oh management or whatever. It's just people like I get it. People got bills to pay and stuff like that. But then like she tells you what the starting pay is in the interview.
Yep.
So I don't understand why like what you thought you were gonna get more. Like you're legally allowed to ask like what's the pay. That's a legal interview question you can ask is what would be the starting salary. You're
Yep.
allowed to ask that in an interview. Like if you want to know, like if you go into an interview and you're curious, because when I was a hairstylist, I used to ask that all the time because I remember I had an interview at this it was like a corporate based salon franchise, and I had asked them. I said, "Oh, well, can I, what would be my starting rate?" And they wanted to pay me. I think I'd been licensed like 8 or 9 years, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna start you off at $12 an hour because you get tips." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no. I said, respectfully, I'm coming with experience. So they're like, well, we don't offer color services. That doesn't mean anything. That does not mean anything to me. Just because you don't do color services doesn't mean anything when I had come with experience. I'm not straight up out of beauty school. So you're literally going to pay me the exact same wage hourly plus tips that you're going to pay some girl who just graduated last week.
Sure.
That's insulting.
Yep.
But like I said, it's legal to ask that. And if you don't feel like it's worth it, then don't take the job. But I'd rather people not take the job from the get than to sit there and take the job just to be like, oh, I found something better like a month later.
Sure. Yeah, that's valid.
Because then like the company puts all that money into training you thinking that you're going to stick around, and then they buy you our uniforms are nice, and they buy you uniforms, and for what? For you just to like not
Stick around. Yep.
And it's such an easy job, dude. Like we literally get paid to talk, and I don't know, maybe because I'm a yapper. So I literally get paid to talk to people all day.
Yeah. 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 That's it. About health, fitness, goals, whatever it is, you literally get paid to talk to people. Yeah.
Every time I work, I swear, even when I work 8-hour shifts, dude, it flies.
Yeah. Yep.
And even more so because it's just all everything, all the commotion that's been happening lately. Like every time I work, I'm like, it's like a whirlwind.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes my head spins because it's all happening so fast. It's like a lot at once, and then nothing, and then a lot at once.
Yeah, that's what today was. It was a lot that first hour. 3:30 came around, and then it was fucking dead. I just was talking to a lot of the older clients about the move and everything like that, because it was like every single older person was stopping, looking at the TV, and then it was just the same repetitive thing. I'm like, gather round ye children. I will tell ye a yarn.
Yeah, it's something I don't like about the promotional because they have a TV right now because we are getting an upgraded gym, and they have a 3D model of what our upgraded gym is supposed to look like, and like it's great and all, but like there's no like context to anything. So everyone's just like keep stopping and asking everybody like, what is that? Where are you going? How far? What amenities? Is it gonna look just like that? Well, how many staff? Oh my god! I'm like, it would have been really nice if like part of that like video would have been like like words like over like a banner, top, bottom, whatever. Answer basic questions, but it's fine.
Yeah, and then June 1st, we're going to 24/7.
Yeah.
So I was getting a lot of questions about how that's going to work. It's like, oh, so like even on the weekends?
So 24/7 means
24/7 means 24/7.
Yep.
Whoa. Then somebody else was like, well, what if I want to use the hydro bed at 3 in the morning? Then you can use the fucking hydro bed
there
at
will
3
be
o'clock in the
somebody.
goddamn
Well,
morning.
I think people think because I think people
Jesus.
think that it's gonna be like at Lifetime when Lifetime first
They have the
opened
key
up.
fobs. Yeah.
Well, when Lifetime first opened up, like you couldn't use certain amenities.
Nope.
And so, but I'm like, no, the gym is like it's like I know I don't know. I've never tried to use the hydro bed at Planet Fitness when I was there at 3 a.m. I know because I used to work. I used to work out at like 2 a.m. at Planet Fitness. That was like my crash out thing where I would like
Well,
couldn't
now
sleep,
you can crash out thing at the fucking gym.
Fuck that. I'm clock in. Might as well work.
Oh my god. You're
Like I'm gonna
fucking
text. I can't sleep. I'm going to work.
I mean, you already know she
Clocking
probably
in.
wouldn't fucking
I know
care.
she'd be like,
Are you dead ass right now?
I'm like, I'm gonna clean, okay? She'd be like, okay. I
you
can't
did
sleep.
it.
I'm clocking in, clean.
I'm gonna call me at 2:30. Mike, get up here. I need to crash out and freaking clean a mirror. Come talk to me. I'm like,
go
oh,
clean all the mirrors.
Okay, good, okay.
Mike, come here. Help me clean the
That's
pool.
It would be cheaper. We'll be closer to where I'm at.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diego had called me while we were at lunch or dinner. Jesus Christ. So yeah, so Sunday is gonna be my second round of showings. So for this house.
Cuckoo.
Casa de la Miguel and Lani. Again, somebody else that
Another one?
nope, that
Same one?
same dude was asking about like well, like
Again?
this house, like, are you sure you're not gonna be able to like
That
rent
was
to
it
me?
today?
That was today. Like
Oh,
again, like because
when he
like
was like buddying with
yeah,
you.
so it was like he like changed his tone to see if I'm like, no, like
Nothing's changed
nothing
there.
is changing. Like I'm if because especially I'm looking for a garage, so like especially when Lani has the itch to ride, she'll be able to store her bike, right
Mm.
around the corner. So like this, that, and the third, like there's space reserved for Lani and this, that, and the third. And he was like, oh well, like is she gonna like rent out the whole upstairs just for the sake of the
Yes, yes,
conversation? I
I
was
am.
like, yes, because there's gonna be days where she's gonna pick up her kids, this, that, and the third. She's got to spend a night or two that she's gonna have space for her kids, and I'm gonna be living in the basement. He's like, oh well, like, well, what about the weekend? Like, like brother.
First of all, so even if I wasn't there full time, okay, going with Mike's theory,
yes,
even if I wasn't like,
for the
even
sake of this,
even if I wasn't gonna be there full time, like, what the fuck? Do you think I want you sleeping in my bed on my mattress? The
right,
fuck,
dude? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and have like what your dirty needles around my kids? Like that's crazy.
Yep.
So what? Hannah can poke herself because I'll
Right.
fucking end you real quick if
I
my
know.
kids get hurt. Like I don't fuck around with my kids.
Nope.
Don't fuck around with my kids.
But it was just like for the sake of the the conversation. Like, yep, that's still the plan. Like the showing. I clearly fabricated some fucking lie, but I was like, yeah, this second round was showing. I specifically told Diego, it's like, hey, I need a full finished basement because that's where I'm going to be living, and Lonnie's going to be renting out. She's like, oh, okay, so like that's still like the plan that you two have together. I'm like, yeah, that's still the plan, dog.
I almost wonder because I've had other members come, not members, coworkers come up to me and ask me recently about that too. They're like, "Oh, so do you like you and Mike live together now, right?" And I'm like, I was like, no.
Oh fuck.
They, oh, I was just wondering what the dynamic was. I was like, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what?
Just for the sake of the count. Yeah, that's like we live together.
I'm gonna start making rumors up about us. Just tell everyone in the different rumor about us and see what wraps around, so I know who's saying what.
See who's playing telephone and just how worse it gets.
I used to do that all the time. I'd start rumors about myself, but they weren't like outlandish rumors. They were just like, and just enough for somebody to want to spill it.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's like not like super controversial. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
it's
like
just enough where it's just juicy, medium rare enough to where somebody's like, let me go serve this on a platter to somebody else. And still get it fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like the fuck. Ugh. Funny, dude.
I'm just like, why does everyone care about me
what
and Mike's
doing?
dynamic?
Like, why
how
the
long?
fuck does
how
it
many
matter?
episodes do we need to talk about this, you guys? How many freaking episodes
We are
do
now
we need to have?
20 episodes deep in a row where this has been 20
somewhat
weeks.
brought up.
20 weeks, brother.
Y'all are weird for this. You know that?
Fucking yeah, dude. Y'all are fucking weird, bro. Like,
Because it's like, why do you, once again, why do you care if me and Mike are roommates, if we're dating, if we're sleeping with each other, if we're just friends, if like Mike comes to my family events, if I go to Mike's family events, if I know Mike's family, if he knows my family, why do you care? What does it matter? What does it matter to you? How does that pertain to any other aspect of my life?
Yep. I'll tell you what, ain't nobody replacing the homegirl. I'm telling you that much, but still, like, it's just like,
Weird.
why are you minding my business for me? Like, I don't fucking understand it.
I don't understand it either because it's just weird shit. Like, I've never cared. If somebody was friends with somebody, I never cared. I never, like, I'm not weird like that. And I feel like if Mike was a girl or if I was a guy, it wouldn't be such like nobody would ask. Nobody would ask. Nobody would care.
No, because I think people would just assume, oh, they're together or leave. Whether or not that would be the true dynamic, but like it just nobody would care. Nobody would fucking care.
Weird. People are weird. You guys are weird.
Weird.
Yeah,
it is, though. Like,
Well, and I told Mike because like we've been doing really well for ourselves, not only at work but like in our like personal lives and just our lives in general. I told Mike I was like, it's gonna spin up again. I said, just be aware that it's gonna spin up again, where people are gonna start to come at us sideways because every single time we start doing well for ourselves and we start on the up and up again, people start fucking being weird
It never fails because it happened. Well, it's been happening
multiple
because we're
times.
just hanging out, living life. But like
Goes in waves.
people are seeing like we're going to concerts pretty much every fucking. She's going to another one tomorrow. Like we've been doing stuff together like every week for the past 4 or 5 weeks. And now the fact that like we're both doing really well at work, and like she had said, like our socials are doing really well, and it's going to. Well, how come Mike and Lani are getting all these hours? How come Mike is getting way more prospecting hours than I am? It's like,
Or just opportunities in general.
yeah,
And like it was already stated when we met the new owners that they straight up said it's all based on performance. How
Mhm.
you perform at work and your numbers are how we determine who is going to get what opportunities.
Yep. Because even specifically Wes, who's the regional fitness manager, he was telling T-Fit, he was like, "Oh, Mike's numbers are really really well," and T-Fit was telling him, it's like, "Yeah, Mike has booked kickoffs every time he's had prospecting," and he told him the number, and he was like, and Wes told him, he's like, "Well, does Mike know he doesn't need to do that many?" T-Fit was like, "No," and the Wes was like, "Good, don't tell him, just let him work." And
Let 'em
that's my
cook.
yeah, that's my goal. Like even today, got two for myself, and I closed a PT deal like
Mhm.
all
Yeah,
within an
and
hour.
even like because I'm front desk right now, and so like I told Mike I was like I purposely leave the prospecting phone calls or like those phone calls for the KOs on there for Mike because I know he does them. And I said I'll do all the lead calls and I'll do all like the checkup and stuff like that, like to get people in for like leads and stuff like that. But like everything else, if I know that Mike can get them, if I know that Mike is coming in either that later that day, then I'm going to leave those calls for him so that he can make those calls because he's done quite a few of them where he's gotten people to come in and train with him.
Yep. I'm literally 9 days in a row for nine.
But it's
Like
not just for him, it's for all of the trainers.
when
But he's
nobody's
the only one who's doing it.
and then a certain individual is like, "Well, how come he's doing this? How come he's getting this?" And
Because the
my
phone
my
call list,
manager is like, because he's actually doing what he needs to do. Like I got an appointment just by talking to somebody on the floor because they were watching us work out today.
yeah.
And so when I went back up there, not for him, but just to do a floor pull for an appointment, he approached me. It's like, "Hey, I saw you and your friend. I like how you push her. I like how like you got. I need that. I need that direction. I need that purpose. That can we do that crunch one kickoff?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And again too, I almost got a third one because I see this guy come in all the time, and I asked him, "It's like, hey, I see you, and you work your ass off. Have you scheduled your crunch one kickoff?" He's like, "No, I'm going to skip that for now." But I was like, "Not a problem. I see you come in every single day. You're busting your ass, so I would absolutely love to help you reach your goals faster." He's like, "You know what? Later, I need a couple more weeks to do my own routine, but yeah, I'm gonna give me a couple more weeks, and I'll stop by and talk to you about it." It's just literally talking to people. Again, it just goes down to the point as our job is literally just talking to people.
That's it.
That's it. It's not hard. You don't have to push sales if you
No.
just talk. That's
Yeah.
it. You don't have to talk about selling.
Yeah. And then 'cause me and Mike literally had this conversation last night. And I was telling him, I said, when you think about it in the concept of the fact that people are already coming into the gym because they want to work on their
Right.
fitness. They
Right.
want to work on themselves. They
Right.
want some kind of help. At
Right.
least like at minimum, they want to help themselves. And that's why they got a membership.
Right.
So like all we're doing is just simply having conversations with people and being like, well, how can I support you?
Right.
How can I support you in that journey? How
Right.
can I, even if it's like talking about supplements, getting with somebody who's, nutritional expert and we like talking about your nutrition, talking about like, hey, have you thought about, what is your deficit look like if you're trying to lose weight?
Right.
Let's be realistic about your goals and how are we going to get you there in a healthy, timely manner. And then what are you working on? Are you just straight lifting weights, or are you doing cardio too? If your
Right.
focus is weight loss, like
Right.
because if you're not doing the right exercises and your target is weight loss, you can be doing things that are actually counterproductive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
and
really
you're
just
wasting time.
yeah. So it's
Yep.
just it just depends on your goals.
Right.
And I mean, like, I get it. I was there. I've been there before. I was a heavy set girl who went into the gym and I had no idea what the heck I was doing.
And now she got muscle mommy status. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, flex on him. Flex on him. Yeah, I can see it from here.
Anyways,
Yeah.
don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
But no. So we've had that conversation too, and that's what I was telling Mike. I said because one of the higher ups had asked me. He had pulled me aside, and he was like, "I want to pick your brain for a second because you have one of the highest conversion rates." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And he's like, "How does what does that conversation look like?" And I'm like, "It's not hard to do. You just have to." I told him I was like, "Literally, you just It's I know it's a hard concept for some people, but when you talk to someone and you ask them questions, if you listen
Right.
to what they say to what they're saying to you, like with intent to understand, because there's listening with the intent to respond, and then
Yeah.
there's listening to understand. If
Right.
you listen to understand, the conversation is going to flow so much more natural because you're not like trying to just like come up with a response. You're literally, let me understand what your goals are. Let me understand what you're looking for. Let me understand what it is that you want and need and all of those things, and I'm going to tell you what I have to offer and all the benefits that I can offer you.
Right.
It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not about sitting there holding someone's arm behind their back and twisting them, telling them that they have to sign up for something that they don't want to sign up for. It's literally just about having conversations with people.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, but I get it though, because that's like it took me a long time to get to where I am with my sales, and like because I've been in the sales industry since I was I mean before I was in the gym industry, I was in the beauty industry, and like I was commission based dominant. It's a commission based dominant industry, meaning that if I wasn't with somebody, if I wasn't behind the chair, I was not making money.
Yep.
So like I know what that's like to have to like literally hustle your butt off. But it's like changing the perception of like you can't. It's like a fine line. It's a nice balance and dance of you can't pocket watch people because that's not your responsibility. That's not your job. All you do is say, listen and have conversations with them, make people feel seen and heard, and then this is what I can offer. And then there are some people that want it, but they can't afford it. So then that's my job to be like, okay, I get that. So here's where I can meet you at. With your price point, this is what I can offer you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hard concept.
Yep.
But I don't know why people act like it's a hard thing to do, to just listen to basic needs and just to meet people where they're able to.
Yeah.
Like everything in life that was like that, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not everything is literally cut and dry like that. Sometimes you have to just be able to sit, listen, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Sometimes that's all people want, and then whether you make a sale or not, like you still benefited from it.
Well, and I think people too. It's like people may not be in either a financial or even a mindset position to make those decisions at that moment.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that down the road they're not going to remember the conversations that you have with them.
Right. Right.
Because like two things in life I've learned is like people will always remember the way you made them feel,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's really really good or really really bad.
Yep.
You good?
That's sushi.
Oh my god,
Burping
you
up
guys!
cucumber.
I made fucked up today, and I decided to dry scoop C4 pre-workout on an empty stomach. I thought I was going to pass away. I thought I was going to throw up and pass away.
Yeah, she was literally pale. At one point, her
Everybody-
face was like this light green shade I got going on.
The maintenance guy even stopped in because I see him all the time in the morning because I'm working earlier shifts, and I see him. He stopped in because I was on a hydro bed for 20 minutes because I felt like I was gonna yak, and he popped his head in there and he goes, "Are you good?" And I was like, Like ghost white, just like a thumbs up, like because I kept having to swallow because I was like, I'm gonna yak, bro. I'm going to throw up, and I couldn't. I had to sit on that hydro bed because I was like, I can't drive right now because of my stomach hurt so bad. It was so bad. It was bad, and I was like. And then I got the shakes and I was like getting goosebumps and I was like, what did I do to myself?
Yeah. Because before she left, she came back into that back room when I was making my phone calls, and I was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" She's like, "No."
He's like, I'm passing.
Jesus, and I was like, "Yeah, you're fucking pale." She was cold and clammy. I was like, "Good fucking lord, she's
Yeah.
dying. She's dying."
I felt like I was.
It's like
My
she's
stomach
fucking-
hurt. I
Yeah.
was having like cramps, like stomach cramps, and I was like, I'm just. And I was like, I never. And Mike's like, no more C4 for you ever again. I was like,
Fuck
bro,
no.
I don't know why I thought. I think it's just because I get so like I normally don't skip breakfast, like because I had slept in, so I was like, yeah, I normally don't, but then I was like, well, I'm just gonna skip it, and I'll eat after I
Do
lift.
something, yeah.
And then I wasn't even gonna. Cause normally I dry scoop the Loco, the one that I take right now.
Yeah.
And I saw Mike pull out his C4, and I was like, "Yo, that looks gas." I was like, "Let's switch." So we switched pre-workouts today. Well, at least I don't remember if you took mine. Did you take mine?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we switched pre-workouts today, and I dry scooped his, and I felt fine during the workout. I was like, "Dang." And I completely forgot that I had dry scooped it, by the way, because I was like, damn, this Loco's like on top of it today. And then I was like, only until I got sick, I was like, God, why do I feel so sick? I dry scoop this pre workout all the time. Then I was like, you fucked up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, girl, this wasn't your normal pre workout that you just
Yeah.
dry scooped on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally, I pulled, because Mike's like, did you eat anything today? I said, no. He was like, I know, don't
Like,
yell at me.
brother.
I literally pulled out an Anabar out of my bag, and I was like, so I was drinking my water, laying in the hydro bed for 20 minutes, and slowly eating this Anabar because I thought I was for sure thought I was gonna puke it.
Just straight up chuck it.
Yeah. I mean, and then I had to run a couple errands, and then I went home, and I was like, after I like drank a bunch of water, I felt better.
Yeah, that's good.
But I was like, oh, Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
Like, never again. I don't. You know what it was too that was distracting is like I ended up having a conversation with my mom, and I was just like hyper. Every time she talks to me, I get hyper focused, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, anyways. And then I realized too when I was picking you up that I didn't call the orthodontist for Rue like I was supposed to. I forgot. It's okay, I can call Monday, but I was just like, what was I supposed to do today? I was supposed to do something else. Oh, be a parent.
She said,
Whoops.
be a parent.
The kids go to their dad's house, and then I'm like checked out. I'm like, I'm off duty.
Valid. It's fucking
Clocked
valid.
off.
Yep. Punch the fuck out, brother.
But oops, it'll get done though. I wrote a note on my phone, so my
That's good.
lunch break on Monday I'll call.
Yeah, speaking of Monday, we're both going to be working 2 weeks straight.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, I got a 12-hour day, 8:30 to 8:30.
Yeah, I'm 7 to 5, I think, or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, Monday's going to be a long one. No. Because once you start, I'm going to start.
I know.
I was even saying after dinner, after we got sushi, I'm like,
Dude,
okay, I'm ready
you
for bed.
All
And he's like,
you
no.
can eat sushi too.
That was gas. Yeah, that place was gas.
Is that your first time going there?
Yes.
It's so good. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
I can't ever go there anymore though, because Tasha had her bariatric surgery, so then she can't do all you can eat buffets anymore. So yeah, I'm like, well, who's gonna go get all you can eat sushi with me? Michael.
Yeah, because I originally wanted
You want
Mexican.
Mexican. I was okay with Mexican too though, but I've been craving sushi for like last week.
And then I was like, you know what? Sushi actually sounds gas.
It was so good.
But I was feeling birria tacos today.
Mm.
That's what I wanted.
Mm.
Yes.
I was gonna get ceviche.
Oh, that's a VJ.
Oh, the macros on it are so good too.
Yeah, ceviche is like really good for you.
Yeah, very good for you. Becoming that gym lady who like I could look at the menu and I'm like, what the macros on
What are
that?
the macros on
How
this?
much protein is in that? Do you think? Can you weigh out the chicken for me?
I need
You're done.
exactly 42 ounces of chicken.
Can you just have the chef back there real quick?
I brought my own scale.
You know what? There's some there. I guarantee you, there's somebody somewhere out there that
Oh
does.
yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like that's an LA Hollywood thing.
Probably. Or like like I don't know. I've known people that do that. Well, like go out to eat with friends, but then they'll bring their like own like prep to the restaurant. Yeah, I've seen people do it before.
Fuck.
I mean, I get it if you're like competing. Like I get it. You want to be there for the social aspect, but you don't want to like mess up your prep and stuff.
Nah, fuck that. Don't be social.
That I
It'll
also
ruin
get
the whole
too.
fucking vibe. Like,
Yeah.
what are you fucking doing?
Dang it, Todd, with your Tupperware.
With your fucking Tupperware? The fuck?
Your Pyrex. Dude, Pyrex is nice. If I go to someone's house and they have Pyrex, I'm like, yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up.
Yep.
Somebody cooked here, literally and figuratively.
Yep. My mom got a whole bunch of Pyrex.
My mom,
Yep.
yeah, she gives me all of her old Pyrex constantly, and I'm like, why? And she's like, and then I caught on eventually because then she goes to my dad and is like, I don't know where all my Pyrex went. To me, to your sons, like you just like hand it off. She'll like take stuff over to John's house like it's Goodwill. She's like, I'm just gonna. I thought you guys could use this, and like my brother has told her multiple times, like, this is not Goodwill, Mom. Like, I don't like.
It's so funny.
She just tell her like, just start taking it over to Mike's. You don't have nothing in
dead
here.
ass.
He'll
What
use
up,
it.
Grace?
If you want to upgrade your Tupperware, Mom, Mike will gladly take
I
your
will
old
take
Pyrex.
whatever the fuck. Yeah,
She's
especially for
funny.
the new house.
Yeah, well, I told you I'm gonna bring over all my kitchen stuff that I have
Yeah.
just like, sitting around. I don't use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to me now. Give it to me
Oh,
now.
he did.
I wanna. Dude, that song used to come on in like middle school dances, and I was like, who approved this? What parental list was like, banger? Like, what? This song is literally about getting your cheeks clapped in a car.
Yep.
Crazy. And they don't understand why teen pregnancy was so high. Say 16 and pregnant was a thing, you guys. Did you have a date to prom?
Yep.
Did you ask her? Or did it was like a mutual friend thing?
Nope. I asked her.
How'd you ask her? What was your promposal?
Because my high school had a whole bunch of tennis courts, and you know how chain link fence, so
Yeah.
spelled out
Do it
prom
with cups, or what'd you do?
with tennis balls.
Oh, tennis ball.
It
That's
was-
cute.
And
Oh, your little lover boy's coming out. How cute.
Yeah.
I did
got
not.
ruined.
I did not get asked to prom.
Yeah, I went because I went to all three of them my senior year, and we were dating my whole senior year.
Damn.
So
That I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get asked to any proms. I didn't get freshman year. I got asked to homecoming, and then I think I asked the winter formal like my sophomore year.
yeah, and then she was on the swim team too. So we had the our competitive divers still spell out prom in their so the first one, the tennis balls, was homecoming,
Okay.
and then the second one was prom with the competitive like swimmers, how they would do like a
Yeah.
choreographed
Yeah.
thing in the water. Yeah, and it spelled out prom. 'Cause she was on the
That's
swim
really
team.
freaking cute.
Yeah, she was on the swim team. So
Oh, Mike, your lover boy's showing.
yeah, well, never again. So that got fucking ruined. So
It'll come back out eventually when you meet.
Nah.
When you meet another lucky lady. It'll be a while, but I'm still in there. I didn't get asked to any. Like I said, I didn't get asked to prom. I had to bribe my prom date because my mom was like, "You're going." I'm dead. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. This is very like a me, a very me story and premise of my life. My mom was like, "You're gonna go to prom." I was like, I don't want to go to prom," and she's like, "You're gonna regret it." Once again, anytime my mother tells me I'm gonna regret something, I have never regretted it.
I've
I'm
never
like,
not regretted
I'm
it.
like, I really could have gone without that experience, mom. Like, I don't know why you forced me to have something that I don't. I've never been like, Mom, I'm so glad you forced me to do that. Never once have I ever said that to my mother. Never once.
That's crazy.
Because she was like, I'll pay for your prom tickets and I'll pay for everything. And I was like, okay, but like, I don't want to go. That's the thing. I said, first of all, me wanting to go is an issue. Secondly, like finding a date is a whole other issue. And she's like, well, just take one of your friends. I'm like, all of my, because I'm a girl. All my friends had dates. Like all they had boyfriends they were going with, or they had already been asked out to prom. And so I was like, who am I gonna go? Who am I gonna ask to prom, mom? Everyone that's going to prom has a date. That's why you don't buy your prom tickets until you ask your date out, and then you buy your prom ticket, so that way you're not buying two tickets and looking for a fucking date.
Yeah.
Like that's how that works.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well, just like take one of your friends." I'm like, they all have dates. Like I don't. The math isn't mathing here. And so it didn't help also that my senior year I really didn't talk to anyone. I did it like prison style. I went in there, did my fucking schoolwork, and got the hell out. So like I really didn't socialize with a lot of people in my grade level or in my school in general. And so, one of my friends, he had graduated a year before me from a different high school, and I had met him because I was 18. I was already working, and I had met him at a previous job, and so we were still friends on social media and stuff like that. And I had asked him. I said, "Hey, can you like you want to go to like prom with me? Like we're cool, we're friends." He was like he's super into EDM music. He's like one of the people that got me into EDM,
Hmm.
like all like the like dubstep EDM and stuff like that. And he was like, he was like, "Brah, I didn't even go to my own prom." I'm like, I know I don't want to go, but I'm kind of being forced to by my mother, and I don't want to go with any of these like schmucks that I go to school with because I don't like any of them, and I would not even like. Ugh. And I was like, and really, like, you're like the only friend that I have that's like close to my age, that's single, that like I know is free on a Saturday. And I said, so what do I need to do to like bribe you to go with me? And he's like, just buy me like a handle of vodka. And I said, bet. So I went and I acquired a handle of vodka and bought him a handle of vodka. And he went to prom with me. And I showed up to prom and everyone's like, oh, is this your boyfriend? Is this your boyfriend? I was like, no, we're just fucking homies. I was like, we're just
That's so
homies. And
funny.
like, I told my my good friends, I was like, yeah, I bribed him with a bottle of vodka. And he was like, yeah, she did. I was like, that's my prom date. I bribed him with a handle of vodka to go to prom with me. And we didn't even stay the entire time. We stopped in Denver because my prom was in Denver. We stopped in Denver at some random like hole in the wall sushi place, got sushi, and then we went to prom. We're there for maybe 2-3 hours. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm done. I came, I went, I did the thing. It sucked. Let's go. And he was having because he lived on his own already because he was like 19 and he lived with a bunch of other people, like kids our age. I was just one of the younger ones. I was still in high school, but everybody else we hung out with was already graduated.
Hmm.
And they were having a house party. And he was like, well, I feel bad. It's like your prom night. Like, and I don't want to just take you home and that be it. Like, you don't want to go to like afters or you don't want to like come over to the house and party. I said, nope, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. I like legitimately did. He dropped me back at home. I was back home in bed by before 11.
Jesus.
I like walked in the door and my mom was like, oh my God, what happened? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, it's 11 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I'm home. She's like, no, but you're home early. And I'm like,
That's funny.
not my mother being like, get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
that's so funny.
I'm like, can I go to bed now? Like, what? No.
That's funny.
Yeah, so he went to like afters. He went to his party at his house, took the handle of vodka I got him, and I took a shower, laid in bed, and passed the fuck out. And I told my mom, she's like, "Did you have fun?" I'm like, it was all right. I mean, thank God I went with my friend because like it wasn't like we literally got because it's I don't know how your prom was, but mine was like they had like free like refreshments, so like Cokes and
Yeah, yeah.
chips, and they had
Yep.
a chocolate fountain and shit. Like we didn't even. I think we danced to let the bodies hit the floor by Drowning Pool. That
Mhm.
was a fucking blast. And we were just like headbanging and stuff like that. And then we went and we like smashed like 4 Cokes and like totally funneled the chocolate fountain into our mouths. And then we pieced the fuck out.
That's funny.
So like it wasn't bad. It wasn't a horrible experience. It just wasn't like I don't know. When I was younger, I always thought like prom was like gonna be one of these magical things, you know, like when you're a kid, you're like, I'm gonna go with the boys. It's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna have a boyfriend, and it's gonna be so magical. And da, 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 da. Like nothing in my life has ever been like that. Not a fucking thing has been magical or wonderful in any aspect.
Yep.
One of the reason why I'm like, sometimes I get like low key sad that I never had a wedding, but then the other part of me is like, it probably wouldn't have been more magical and wonderful either. So I probably just would have been disappointed, like everything else in my life. Like, well,
Well.
because I'm like my all like the what 3 times I was engaged. All 3 proposals were ass. Because Rue's dad proposed to me. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
This fucking numbnuts.
Oh, yeah. Again.
Okay, so I've talked about the story about like Rue's dad on the podcast before about how like he was cheating on me the entire time I was pregnant and like da 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 da. So one of the times that okay, so he had this is like right after I got back, like from visiting Tasha in Florida, and I had shown up to DIA. My plane landed, and have you ever flown into DIA?
Yep.
So you have to like come up the escalators and you pop into baggage claim.
Yep.
And I'm like popping it, mind my own business. I'm like 6 months pregnant, and he's like there at the airport, and I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing here?
Mhm.
Like no, literally, like what the fuck are you doing here? Like, and he's like, oh, I talked to your mom, and your mom was like, you can like, yeah, you can move in with us, and I'm like, oh, she did. That's great. That's fucking great. Like awesome. And so like shortly after he like moved in, and I gave my mom an earful about that. She already knows. She has a fully apologized and taken accountability for the fact that she overstepped and shouldn't have done that. But he had shortly after that was like he wasn't working, and so he wanted to buy me a ring to propose, and I was like, no, because you don't have a job, so how are you going to finance a ring? And I this man child would cry until he got his way. That's literally how I ended up financing a car for him.
The
Is he would just
fuck?
literally because I was like told my mom, I was like, I don't want to fucking hear this grown ass man cry, so just shut the fuck up and here you go. Enabling, yeah. Anyways, so he ended up like getting a ring for me, and I was financing it. And then he took this ring. And I think also a part of it, I will take some accountability. I think a part of me felt so trashy being pregnant by some man that was a one night stand that I was like, if I have a ring on my hand, it won't look so bad. You know what I mean? Where I was like, maybe society won't be like trash. So I was like, but like the way that he proposed to me, first of all, I was like the whole thing, like looking back, if I could tell younger me anything, it's like, girl, don't even go over there and tell him you're pregnant. Don't save yourself a whole bunch of shit and just don't. But I did not.
But I did not.
That did not happen. And so he like ended up proposing to me at one of the local bars. It used to be called Holy Cow back then. Yeah. Yep, you know what bar I'm talking about. And I had met up with a friend, and I had met up with a friend. No, okay, so excuse me. He had proposed to me. He didn't propose to me at all. We got engaged, and it was like a conversation the first time. Then I was walking around with the ring on my finger, and of course, everyone in the salon is nosy, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you so excited?" And I'm like, "Yeah." No, because my baby daddy's a bum who doesn't fucking work, and I, but nobody needs to know that. But anyways, so after everything came out about like me finding out that he was like cheating and that whole thing happened, obviously I had broken up with him.
Yeah.
So he decided that he was like going to try to make best efforts by trying to re-propose to me, like like 3 weeks, like 3 weeks or a couple weeks after that, and we were at this is before, yeah. So this is that time frame, right when I found out he was cheating on me, and then there's a gap because Rue was born in August,
Okay.
and my brother passed away in October
Okay.
on Halloween. So
Uh-huh.
there's that weird gap between like August and the end of October where
Mhm.
he was trying to like earn me back, like trying to like, oh, can we get back together? Can we get back together? Like I'm gonna show up for you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Whatever, whatever. And I'm like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Don't give a fuck because you didn't give a fuck when you were rolling around in the car that I financed for you, looking for fucking hookers. So no,
Yep.
like I said what I said.
Yep.
So he decided. I went out to meet up with a friend for I don't want to say I wasn't drinking because Rue was like what 4 weeks old, but I met up with a friend that was a coworker, and she was like, yeah, because I just told her, I was like, I just need a vent. I just need to talk to somebody that's an adult, that's not a family member, that's not biased about the situation. And so of course, homie rolls up there too because he hears that I'm at the bar, and I'm like, oh my god. So then like I'm there, and I'm just trying to like ignore that, and just like talking to my friend about like all the situation, excuse me, that's happening. And then out of nowhere, Fuliosis takes the fucking microphone from the DJ, and we're on the rooftop, and he
Stop.
starts playing. I fucking knew when he grabbed the microphone in the song of "Will You Marry Me." Was it who sings that again? Like, was it Jeremiah? No, who
I have
sings
no
that?
idea.
Starts playing though, and I was like, I looked at my friend, she looked at me, and we both had white white faces on, and I was like, she's like, no, and I was like, no, 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 because I'm not gonna. I was like, and he's like, I love you so much, and blah blah blah, and like he like proposes to me in front of everyone at this bar, and I was like, that was literally my face. Because I was like, okay, so we have a choice here. So we can either be honest and embarrass the fuck out of this man and be like, fuck no, because you fucking were trying to get dick down hookers on black page, whatever. Like, oh, I did not do that because I did not want to humiliate myself too. So I was like, yeah, I literally said it like that. Yeah. So like I put the ring on, and everyone's like, congratulations. I'm like, yeah, go. Like we need to, and my friends like, we need to leave like now. We need to go now, immediately. And of course, like he's over there trying to fucking get free shots off of everyone. And I think that was the whole reason why he did it, is because he wanted everyone to buy him drinks because he's a broke ass bum ass bitch. So he was trying to like propose to me, one, to try to get me back, and then two, to try to get free drinks off people. And I was like, fucking gross, bro. Anyways, so we get in the car, and of course, like, cause he had gotten a ride there for somebody else. So I'm like, I'm leaving. If you're coming home with me, then like I'm leaving now, like, cause he was still staying with me. So we get in the car. I take the fucking ring off, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you think that that was okay? That you were? I was like, you need to be so grateful for the fact that I am not going to embarrass you because you are the fucking father of my child, because I could have.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah.
So very lackluster. And then like the second time is with my abusive fiance, and that was like he took me to like Gold Camp and like got out of the car, and we were like talking about the. I think he was trying to be romantic because he was like, "Oh, the lights, the city." I'm like, "Yeah, there's like people smoking weed, like 2 feet from us.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's crazy. I'm pretty sure there's people beating cheeks in the car over there. Slay." And so, so of course he like immediately too. It's one of those things where I was like, oh fuck, because he like gets down on one knee, and I'm like, I should just push his ass. And it's like not even a thing. It's just like a whole like, will you marry me? And I'm like, But this is also in the time frame where I was like, we go back to that story where I was like, I thought getting engaged to him meant that like there was gonna be like it was gonna mitigate a lot of the issues that we had.
Sure.
Because then it's like, oh, there's a ring on my finger. Like, will you stop accusing me of cheating because I have a ring on my finger? Like,
Yep.
yeah. And then with my ex-husband, that was very lackluster. I was pregnant. And we were living together already. And then he just kind of like, I was watching a Rockies game. They were in the playoffs. And I was like focused on the game. And he kind of just like asked me while we were laying on the couch next to each other. And I was like, I'm literally trying to pay attention to the game. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess.
The fuck?
Disappointment my whole life, you guys. I don't know. I just always like when I was a kid, I always like figured if I was gonna get like, proposed to, it'd be some like magical experience. Like at least fucking write me something heartfelt. You know what I mean? At least write me a little like letter. If you don't want to like, if I get nervous when I take speeches. Okay, well then write it down on paper and like something heartfelt. But just being like, yeah, so you want to get married? Wow. With words like that, who needs chivalry? I can't say I can't talk shit though because I say I said yes. So what does that say about me? No, I'm just kidding. We learned, you guys. We have learned. How did you propose to your ex-wife, Mike? Come on, tell me something. Give me hope.
What did I do? I don't remember.
Oh shit.
I don't think it was very memorable if I don't remember. I think it was because we were moving here. So I was like, you want to get married for the Bennies? I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
Oh my God, Mike. I mean, it's kind of like my new standard now. Like if I was like talking to my therapist about that, I was like, if I ever get cause she asked me, she's like, would you ever get remarried? And I was like, fuck no. And I was like, okay, now I'm a fucking liar for saying that.
I know what I did.
I was like, I'm a liar for saying that. What? What'd you do?
We went to Seattle with her mom and her dad,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to her favorite seafood spot that's right there on the pier. And there's a giant ass Ferris wheel, and I asked her at the top of it.
Cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have a speech or anything, or did you just go, put this on, bitch?
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, because I asked her dad for permission first, so
Good.
and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then, because her mom and her dad are divorced, I
Mhm.
waited until her mom got there to also do the same thing.
That was nice.
So
Very
yes,
respectful.
Yeah, so we all went up to Seattle, and then her youngest was kept trying to get into the same car as me and her, and her mom was like, "No, you gotta come here." And then I was like, "It's fine, it's totally fine." This kid was screaming the entire time because he didn't.
He was like 3, wasn't he?
Yeah. No, he was a baby. He was like 1.
Oh, he was like 1. He was a baby at the
Yeah,
time.
he was a baby,
Okay.
so he kept screaming because he didn't realize what we were doing. So when we were all the way up at the
Yeah.
top, shrieking, screaming, throwing a fit, I'm like, you know what? This is exactly what I want to get married to.
This is how I envisioned
This
it.
is exactly it.
Perfect.
Yep. And so I had asked, and she's laughing the whole entire
Oh, I'm
time.
sure.
She couldn't keep keep a straight face. But yeah, she had said yes. So as we're coming down, he's calming down, and then we go get food, and then he was perfectly fine. But yeah, he was like a year and a half.
That's pretty memorable.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know what you're
actually
talking
super
about.
funny. It was actually super
That's
funny.
pretty
I had
memorable.
to jumpstart my brain and be like, what the fuck did we do? And then we got, and
You're
then our
like, will
actual,
you marry me? He's
yeah,
like,
screaming because he's like pounding on the fucking cable car glass. He's like, shit. Well, because he's throwing a temper
Are
tantrum.
those closed? Are they
Yeah, so
closed? Okay.
they were closed, and then you dangle off
Yeah.
like that, a triangle iron
Okay.
And so like he's shaking the whole car as he's pounding on the glass. And so we're like swaying back and forth. And I'm pretty sure like her mom and her dad were like looking up in terror, like, what the fuck?
That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's
and,
funny.
and then our actual marriage was done at Puget Sound. So it was an outdoor wedding. We did it at a cabana that was out there. My homie flew in all the way from Alabama. Craig, you've seen him on TikTok.
Mhm.
It's Craig, and he's labeled Big Daddy C in my phone. And
Craig.
so yeah, he flew in just to ordain.
Oh, he ordained your wedding?
Yeah. So,
You know my dad can ordain weddings.
oh, doing it and be like, yo, my next wedding.
He will. He'll do it for you. You know, he did my.
You have to be my flower girl though.
Fine. That's not what I'm pissed off about. So when I actually did finally like pull the fucking trigger and actually got married to my ex-husband, I had asked my dad because he was already ordained,
Mm-hmm.
and I had asked my dad. I said, would you marry us? Obviously, we didn't have a fucking wedding. We went to the DMV, but that's a whole other stuff
Sure.
side story. But my dad was like, no, I don't want to marry you. And I'm like, what? Why? And he's like, I just don't feel comfortable marrying my kids. I will walk you down the aisle. I'll do all that stuff. But like, I think I don't feel comfortable doing that. And I said, okay, that sucks because I think it would be really special if you like married me, like ordained my wedding.
Sure.
So tell me why my brother got married last summer. He fucking ordained my brother's wedding.
Yeah, it's kind of back-asswards.
Yeah, I yelled at
Yeah,
him.
that's kinda
I gave him a earful, and I was like,
Well, at least he didn't ordain a failed marriage.
valid.
So,
So
look at
valid.
it. Look at it
So,
like
well,
that.
I also look at it like that is in the sense of like, because I didn't have a wedding, and I was always like, I kind of did like gaslight myself at first, and I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like I didn't want one anyways. But like the more like I go through therapy, I'm like, no, it was a big deal.
Sure.
It was a lot. It was a lot more of a bigger deal to me than I thought it was.
Yeah.
That I didn't have a wedding, and I didn't have any of that. I didn't have photos. I didn't have none of that. And
Yeah.
I think that like now do I think it would have changed the outcome? No. But at the same
But-
time, like
Sure.
knowing what I know now, because for a long time I was like, I don't want to spend the money now. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I want that shit. Like if that shit if I was ever to be blessed enough for like to have that, like yeah, no, I want an actual wedding. And then I'm gonna make my dad fucking ordain that shit. I don't care if he's on his deathbed. I'll wheel you down the fucking to the altar myself, and you're gonna do that because you did it for my brother.
Fair.
So I don't want to hear smack, Mister. I don't want to marry you, but you did it for John. And I told John, I told him at his wedding, I was like, it's weird. So you guys want to sit there and say I'm dad's favorite, but whose wedding is he ordaining? That's crazy. But like you said, at least he didn't ordain it. Failed. But then also like I've also like spun the other track of like maybe if you would have ordained my wedding, it wouldn't have failed. I have spun that track on him too before, where I'm like, crazy how
you gaslighting your own dad like that. That's crazy.
I was like,
crazy, dude.
I wonder if I ended up divorced because you didn't
That's
bless it.
crazy, dude. That's insane. That's actually crazy.
All in good heart and humor. But I'm just saying, we'll never know. We'll never know.
The world may never know.
Well, we'll find out, I guess, if I ever get remarried and my dad ordains it.
Yep, I guess so.
With my luck, I won't meet somebody till I'm like in my 80s, and I'm gonna have to go to my dad's plot and be like, "Yo, Dad." Just kidding.
Check it. Chickity check it.
My mom. She's like, why don't you let me ordain the wedding? I can get mine ordained. And hell no, Mom.
Guaranteed down the drain.
If my mom were to ordain my wedding, it would just turn into a Bible service. Everyone turn to Matthew.
Oh my god.
What?
What you doing
Mom, this
now?
has nothing to even do with weddings.
Yeah, well, loving thy neighbor. Now I'm not supposed to do that.
She's gonna be like, John 3:16, like, oh my goodness, ma'am. Like, all right, you guys, has anyone been to mass? It's gonna feel a lot like that right now. Yeah, so I just think it's funny that my dad did that, and But good for my brother because like he had like photographers, so he has all these like memories and photos from his wedding now. My dad
That's good.
are dating it. And yeah, I think it's good. I don't know if my brother Josh will ever get married. I don't even. I know he's not having kids. I know he doesn't want kids, but yeah, yeah. Would you have another wedding ever? Would you get married again ever?
No,
You would never get married again.
no,
What if
nope.
she was like, Michael, I have 40 million billion dollars. It's not even the right number, but you guys know what I'm saying. An ass ton of money, Michael. It's in my will, but the only way I'm giving it to you is if we are legally married. You still say no?
No, I'm
Why?
not. I'm not because I'm not interested in that.
What would it take for you to get married?
Not
Nothing?
no.
Why? Why do you feel so negatively about it?
I just don't think I'm meant for it.
Yeah, I felt.
I genuinely just don't. Like I want the kids. I want the white picket fence. I want that. Like, but we've actually talked about that in therapy. I think I only wanted it because my dad wanted it.
Mm. So do you feel like you don't want that for yourself now, or do you feel like you did, but then you don't anymore?
I think I did. I genuinely did, and that's why my whole 20s was spent in uh, a marriage. And then when it failed, I was bouncing relationship to relationship to relationship, trying to find that again. But we know what I was doing in my 20s, and I was not a healthy person.
Yeah.
So even now, in the peak of my sobriety, I just don't think it's meant for me because I've been there already.
So what you're saying is when we're 80, we're gonna be on a singles cruise together, playing shuffleboard.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
No, because I feel the same way about like I don't know. I had that. That's weird. I had the conversation recently with my therapist too, and I was just like, it's not that I don't like want to do it, ever get married. Like I say that never again. But I think it's also because I just don't like to be disappointed. So when things, if I have zero expectation, I can't be disappointed.
Sure.
So if I don't have those dreams and wishes for myself, then there's what is there to be sad about if it doesn't happen?
Sure. Yeah.
You know
Yep.
who's surprisingly changing their tune though? J Rod. He was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I'm talking to this girl, and I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna break my rule." And I was like, "You're gonna like pursue?" Honestly, I'm all for it though because he needs to get the fuck away from the ex.
Yeah, that whole situation is still fucking wild to me.
It's so wild. So I was encouraging with caution.
Yeah.
They don't want him to like get hurt and spiral because he very much would. That would happen.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, er, my my sober track history with trying to pursue a relationship, and it's every time. Again, like I'm very much a God's plan person now that I've chose that the path of sobriety and chose to walk with God. It's just I think every time I want to do something for me, the universe or God, whatever your higher power is, just shows me it's like, dog, you're moving too fast. So I can't focus on a relationship or even that far down the road of something serious as a marriage. And if it's not in my cards, it's just not going to be in my cards, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So like I'm a great uncle. I love your kids. I love my nieces. I just I want kids one day. I just don't think it's in my cards, and I know my dad would be a great grandpa. I know my mom, watching my nieces grow up underneath my parents' house. I know what kind of grandparents they are, and if I were to ever have kids, I know they would be the same. But they're not to be morbid, but their time is running out, and I don't think I'm gonna beat that clock,
Mm.
unfortunately. So at this point, I'm just if a relationship or in a marriage. So maybe I'm changing my answer a little bit. So if it's in my cards, sure, but it's not going to be something I'm going to force a hand
Sure, you
at.
shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I saw recently someone put a quote out that was like talking about how um how you can't God's not going to give you something that you're not ready for.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I've asked for strength and definitely gave me the opportunity to be strong. I wanted to be smart, gave me the opportunities to show and give me wisdom for goddamn sure. I've had to learn so much and I've gained so much wisdom in the past 2 years that it's like, okay, enough lessons. That's enough slices. I'm
Felt.
smart enough. But when it comes to things like love and marriage, I've asked for it, and I think he's presented opportunities to show what love really is, and all of these opportunities that have presented me in the past couple months, and that who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a test if that's the kind of love I want or if it's the lust I'm after. So I think with these opportunities that arose within these last couple months, it's not it. And I think those people were testing me to see if I'm truly ready for what I'm after and what I'm asking him for. It's just not it right now.
Yeah. I feel
So,
that.
yeah.
It's interesting because that's like my take on my life and situations too. Is like when things don't work out with people, I'm like, but why? Why?
Right.
And it's like, well, my mom always tell me when growing up, like it's because you're being protected from something that you can't see, and things that are being said about you or things that are done behind your back that you have no knowledge of. But it's just like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't. I just I always just wonder, and who am I to question the creator of all high powers like plan for me? But like I have before. Not that I currently do, but like I have before where it's like, how come some people will meet the love of their life at like 15 and they just like are together and it's like they're all good. I mean, yeah, they have normal like relationship problems, but like I'm over here like having to fucking suck deer dick for beer money through my entire life just to fucking get like nada. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like I really don't. Cuz I don't know. I don't think I'm like a horrible person. I like to think that I'm not a horrible person. I'm not like, all these things, but it's like I see people that are so much like they're genuinely horrible people who have people in their
Right.
corner who back
Right.
them, support them and all the above. And I'm like, "Huh?"
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. I mean, but also like my journey is very different than everyone else's journey, and I get that. You can't compare
Yeah.
your life to
Yeah.
anyone else's because then you're always just gonna be. I know this. I know this, you guys. I'm aware. I just
Sure.
and I hate when people like C come around because she's all like in love now, and she's like, "He'll find you when you least expect it." Like, shut the fuck
Shut the
up.
fuck. I know.
Like,
I hate when people. Yeah, I hate that. It's like, bro, you were single for fucking how long, and you're telling me,
do you
shut
know how
up.
many times I listened to you literally crash the fuck out? And the only reason why you're in a happy relationship right now is because of me. Because if I would have never like introduced you to, it would have never been a thing. Honestly, don't make me regret that decision. Like, I'm just kidding. I love you both. Well, mostly Courtney. The other one, so.
I have no say in this.
No,
No bone in this
I mean
fight.
he was last time I was around him, he wasn't bad. So I think he's starting to understand social cues of like I don't I like there's joking and then there's like you just being maliciously mean.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference.
Yeah.
That shit was funny though about Chicken Little too. We got an update on Chicken Little, you guys. Apparently he's got a girlfriend, but it's not the coworker that he took to the barbecue thing. It's some other girl, and I was like, who lives like out of town, and I was like, do you think they met in real life, or do you think it's just a social media thing? Because she's like a couple hours away, and I was like,
Yeah, that's far.
I give it less than a month. But do I care? No, I just thought it was interesting because I was like, the way that some of you guys like turn out relationships, like you guys,
A
it goes,
social experiment.
it goes back to the whole like Jimmy thing where it's like, oh look, the love of my life, the love of my life, the love of my life. Like, how many times this month are we gonna find our love of our life? Like, that is wild. And then you guys some of you feel so comfortable hard launching people to your social media platforms are one thing, but to your entire family,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's so parasitic.
To be like, this is my girlfriend, this is my new girlfriend, this is my other girlfriend, this is my like,
The fuck, dude? Yeah, it's like, what the who's the first one? I'm still
what?
stuck on the fucking girl two girls ago. What in the fuck?
Why isn't your family saying anything?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why
Like,
is
they're
it
just like same
letting
shit.
it happen? Like,
What's this one's name? Rebecca. Like,
what the fuck?
at this point, just give everyone name tags. Just like put that on there.
Yeah, employee of the year. Like the fuck.
My mom, when I was younger, this is like before I had kids and everything like that, and I was like, in my late teens, early 20s, and I was, dating, and my mom, because I didn't bring guys around a lot, but for some reason, okay, first of all, let me just tell you, I never once have ever dated a guy named Edgar, ever once, okay? But my mother, one time, I brought my boyfriend at the time when I was younger over, and my mom was like, "Oh, what's his name again? Oh, what's your name again? Edgar?" And I was like, "He's like, who the fuck is Edgar?" And I was like, "I have no idea who the fuck Edgar is. I've never dated an
Did
Edgar.
your
I don't
mom
know an
just
Edgar."
try to cock block you or what? The fuck?
The older I get, the more I'm like, I think she did all this shit intentionally because she was like, "Get the fuck away from my daughter. I don't like you, so I'm gonna call you Edgar."
Yeah, the
Like,
fuck, dude?
yeah. Thanks, mom. I mean, it didn't work out, obviously, but I was just like, I told her too one time. I said, "Mom, I've never dated an Edgar." She goes, "Oh, I thought you did at one point." And I said, "No." She goes, "We used to talk about Edgar all the time." I was like, "Edgar Allan Poe, the poet?" Yes, I was obsessed with him when I was younger. Edgar Allan Poe. I have a giant Edgar Allan Poe book. Like, I love Edgar Allan Poe. That's not the point. The point is mom, I never dated Edgar Allan Poe. I never was in a relationship, situationship, friendship. I don't even know this man. He died centuries ago. I don't know if you know that. She's like, "Oh."
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, you knowing my mom is to surprise you in that
No.
whole. I
Nope.
could have sworn you had a friend named Edgar, or you dated somebody named
The
Edgar.
fact that when we went to your dad's dinner, she just was like, "Okay, Mike, I'm gonna talk to you now." Like,
She
oh
literally
my
just
God.
like didn't even make eye
She
contact.
literally
with
did
me.
one of those swerve
Yeah.
fucking hands to the face. I was like, "Oh,
Tell my mom, I'm like, Shady Pines. Shady
fucking
Pines. Immediately. Go. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200 straight to the retirement home. Now. No Social Security.
I'm taking that. That's funny.
I told her this. And she's like, "I'm going to call you all the times because I'm going to harass the staff." And I'm like, "I'm going to tell them to make sure they up your meds." Don't play with me. No, I'm kidding. I would never put my mom in a home. I joke about it, but I would never do that. But so next week we have another busy week. It'll be good. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it through.
Barely.
I know. I need to order that because I told Mike. I said I'm gonna order a case of energy drinks for us. I'm gonna keep them in our PT manager's office.
For us three.
I was like, just get it in the veins, like IV form, real quick.
Get it for us three. Everybody else, you don't go to this school. You don't sit at this table.
Nobody liked my comment, by the way, in the chat when she's like, when she adds one of the new people to the chat. I'm like, "Hi, welcome to the coven." Nobody liked it, and I was like, I'm gonna say it every time. "Hi, welcome to the coven." On Wednesdays we wear black.
On Wednesdays we were. I thought that was funny, but I was at work and I didn't.
No,
like
you
it
weren't.
still.
We were in the Bill Murray line waiting to get in.
Oh yeah.
Like, you didn't even like it. We were standing right next to me when I texted. I was like, all right, well,
Well, I'll just go fucking.
I was like, I'm just gonna step out into Fillmore real quick. Like, I'm gonna play in traffic right here
Bill
in this
Murray
intersection.
semi and fucking wait for him to leave.
Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna lay underneath this under the hog semi. It's fine. Don't come looking for me.
Don't come looking for me. I'm a pancake on the road.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing it because I was like, our dress code is all black, so that's why I think it's funny when it's like, well, on Wednesdays we were black. I was waiting for someone else to be like, and Tuesdays and Thursdays and all other 6 days of the week.
I'm gonna put that Patrick Star boo.
You would.
I would, yeah, straight
Yeah.
hater.
And then Tanner will only like yours. I already know. I'm calling him right now. He's only gonna like your GIF. Not even the not even nothing I text. He's gonna like. He's just gonna be like, and then it's probably gonna be like SpongeBob like laughing and GIF in there, and I'm just gonna be like, just tell me you all hate me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Nah, that's when Courtney would chime in.
Yeah, you know what? She would.
Yeah.
She would have my back.
She would have your back.
She would put a GIF in there of like a coven. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like, yeah. See, Courtney, this is why you're like one of my best friends. You just get me.
Makes a butthole. Speaking of buttholes, you left your whole coochie on the goddamn bench today at the gym.
Don't be telling them that.
Fuck no. That dude.
Do you leave snail trails all the time
She was giving me shit because I left my ass print on the shoulder machine.
He leaves his ass print everywhere.
We all know I sweat a lot. I sweat. I'm a profuse sweater. I got I got my get back.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you
on the lat pull down machine.
Then he wipes the chair down with the sanitation wipe. And then I go to sit on it, and I was like, first of all, that shit was cold as fuck. It like straight was like, woo! And then I get up, and my coochie imprint was on the seat. And
straight up fish. She left her whole fish.
He was like, I was like, Mike, look. And he goes, oh my God. He was like, oh. And I was like, I looked at him and I said, hanging out with your coochie out.
It's like, what the? And then she fucked up my whole set because it was like genuinely funny. I'm like, oh my. I was like mid pull because like we do the concentration curl at the left.
No, what I said hanging out with your fishy out.
Yeah, hanging out with my fish out. And I'm like, oh my God, you just fucked up my whole set.
He had to stop and walk away because he was laughing.
I was like, yep, I'm done. I'm going home. Veronica, fucking. Fine coverage.
It's funny.
I just got traumatized.
It was funny.
Oh my God.
What? I'm just the girl.
That clearly does not wear underwear.
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Not that. Yeah, never mind.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Yeah, and then today. At dinner, she's trying to tell me a story and she's spitting all over my fucking face. Like I
didn't mean to, dude.
I got food straight out of her mouth into my arm, back onto the sushi platter. I'm like, I guess we're just sharing bodily fluids today.
First of all, you were done eating because you said you were full. Secondly, I got overzealous and got super excited that I like did project a little, and I apologized. I was like, oh my God, Mike, I'm so sorry. I got so excited. I was like,
what the fuck? Yeah, you know, like that scene in SpongeBob where they're having that snowball fight, and that just launches all over.
I don't want to hear shit. You've done it to me before.
I have not spit on
yes,
you
have.
in that fucking degree.
Okay,
no,
valid.
I have not.
Not to that degree, but that was pretty bad.
Like. I'll burp and belch in your face, or I'll blow it at you, but I don't spit at you.
You spat at me.
That's crazy.
Not in a restaurant, but you spat at me.
No way.
I said not in a restaurant, but you have. I don't make it a big deal. I'm not over here being like, Michael. I'm like, okay, it happens.
Oh It's out here gaslighting everybody.
I'm not.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy that I can be accountable and you over here trying to deny it. That's crazy.
Yeah, once in this whole entire friendship, you've taken accountability.
Wow. Now that's just a bona fide fucking lie. Just push me into the fridge. Per usual. I gotta scoot back.
That's so fucking fucking funny, you know. Yeah, it was a trip. It was a trip today.
I just can't help it. I got overexcited.
Yeah, that was still super funny though. I was like, God.
I know. I felt so bad though. I was like, oh. Because I do. I'll like.
Friday was Fridaying hard.
It was
for you
hard
today.
for me today.
She
Yes.
couldn't grasp some of her fucking ginger.
Not just that. Just even at like when we were lifting and shit like that, dude. I was just. Even the lift today, I was struggling through. Like today was Fridaying so hard. Everything was a struggle bus today.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
'cause
why.
Even on my end, even at work, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking, it's only 4 hours, but yeah, damn.
Yeah, I was just like spent and burnt.
Yeah, well, like I was telling you, like I love Elizabeth. I'm glad she's my personal trainer because she knows my whole story, being my former program director. But I'm so glad she called to reschedule. Like, thank God, because it's not like I didn't want to do her KO. I was just tired, and you know when you're doing, you have to be eccentric.
Yes.
You got to show up for these KOs, even though they're not
That's how
your
you sell
clients.
yourself, yeah.
But yeah, it's like, dude.
No, I get that. Also, Loki, I was really happy too because I remember texting you. I was like, "When are you off? Because I'm hungry."
Yeah. And so yeah, because I took that client from Wednesday. He called in to close, so I booked him for next Friday because that's when he wanted to start. So I'm like, cool. He didn't want to start today. He wants to actually do it next Friday. Cool, excellent. Didn't have to stay till 7. And then Elizabeth, in the middle of my shift, she was like, hey, I'm sorry to do this, but blah, 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 blah. No problem, Elizabeth. Have a good day. Yes.
Like, no, I gotta get out of here now.
Before
another KO walks in. Hey.
Well, I did get a PR sign up, and I got a KO for Monday.
Nice.
But yeah, my Mondays are gonna be fucking slammed.
Yeah. I'm not gonna think about Monday right now because I don't want to think about Monday right now. I don't want to think about Monday.
So
right now.
fucking valid.
Let me just enjoy my Saturday weekend because you're off, I'm off. Like we've got good things happening.
I'm gonna freaking play
You're gonna have fun.
Yep.
Like it's gonna be a good Saturday.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Get
so
my
we're not gonna even go there.
Nope.
Nope.
I'll see you Monday.
We'll leave Monday for Monday.
Monday will be for Monday.
Yes, valid. Mm-hmm. Hey, she.
Yep.
Well, in the next weekend, you guys, we probably won't have a podcast episode because literally me and Mike are working the entire freaking weekend. So like we literally we sat down at dinner and we tried to figure out like when there would be a day, and there's not one.
Yeah, because she knows how I get when, and I know how she get. Like we're just gonna be way too tired, and we're not gonna want to do anything.
It's just gonna be because we have corporate coming in next weekend, and there's just gonna be a lot. We're gonna be. Our social battery is going to be at 0. It's going to be at 0 because we're both working over 8-hour shifts. So like we're going to be just cooked. So next week, don't expect a podcast from us. But if you guys subscribe and turn your notifications on, of course, that means you will get notified anytime we upload to videos. And of course, if you follow our social media pages, Mike's is Party Service Memes. And that's on his TikTok and his IG.
Both the same.
Yeah, and mine are both the same. It's Lanus Aquaticus, and that's TikTok and IG. So if you follow us on there, then we will also we post when we post our podcast episodes. We'll in our stories, and then also like I said, like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on for our podcast, and you'll get notified. Until next time, you guys, we love you. Thank you as always, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.